Coach, got Battery Creek coming in first round of the playoffs. Just tell me a little bit. What do you know about them?
Well, I know their head coach very well, Freddie Hamilton. Our families go way back. His father, Rusty Hamilton, was an assistant coach at the Citadel for a long time, and him and my father were very good friends. And of course, his older brother Paul was the offensive coordinator out at Air Force Academy for Coach Fisher DeBerry, and now he's at a Shawan College in North Carolina. And so I knew Freddie when he was playing for, then it was Fort Johnson, and he was playing for Coach Sweeney, and my dad was a coach at James Island. That was before the schools merged back together again. That was quite some rivalry. So, yeah, I've known, and then he was the head coach at Battery Creek when I was coaching my dad at James Island, and he went to West Ashley. And so we've always sort of stayed in touch, and he's kind of bounced around different places, but he's trying to get the Battery Creek program back going where he had it before, and he's a good coach, so we got work cut out for us.
I know you are excited about hosting right here.
Yes,
and
we are. Yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't admit that we are excited about hosting a playoff game. I do not, I've checked the records. I don't know when the last playoff game was played here at home. I think possibly Coach Coleman had one here maybe in 2003, but I'm thinking that maybe they played, because the stadium was so small, that they possibly played it at Airport. So this could be the first one on campus in quite some time.
Yeah, and hopefully
in football. I mean, we've had
right.
lots of home games and all the other sports, soccer and baseball and basketball, but not football.
Hopefully the first of many, right? Because you got the.
We do. If we're fortunate enough and play good enough to win the first round, we would be at home in the second round against the winner of Georgetown and Manning. And then it gets a little, depending on who beats
different factors,
but, yeah,
and
we could possibly go on the road if we were fortunate enough to win again. So, but we're not looking that far ahead.
Right.
Trust me. If you remember last year, we were a number 4 seed team. We went down and played the number 1 seed team, hand-in-hand, and we came out on top. So we know that can happen to us too. So we're not looking ahead. We're going to try to take care of business against Battery Creek.
Coach, you guys have kind of, to me, flown under the radar. You've only got one loss the entire season. That was by 3 points in a game that could have gone either way. Why has this team not gotten more recognition for what they've done? It's kind of weird, don't you think?
I mean, not really.
No,
I think a lot of people. We've actually had a couple seasons since I've been here where we've started out with a bang. I had one where we started out 5-0 and finished 6-5. We had another time at one point, I think we were 5-1 or 6-1 and finished 6-5. So, yeah, you've got to really prove yourself before people start really taking notice. So we're fine flying underneath the radar. We're not worried about that at all. It'll keep us grounded. In fact, I've told Coach Leapart this, that had we not lost to Chapin, that game might have came out differently. Simply for the fact that I just know teenagers, if you've been doing this thing for a while, they start reading their own press clippings. They start getting, sometimes you need to be grounded a little bit. I'm not so sure that one loss didn't help us. In fact, I think it's probably going to help Clemson. That loss they got the other night. So, yeah, everybody, if you remember last year, Alabama won the national championship and they had a loss. You remember Ole Miss beat them early in the year. So, yeah, so we've flown under the radar, so to speak, but we're okay with that. That's fine.
I want to ask you about your quarterback, and I know that it may be a little bit tougher to talk about because he's your son, but he's a playmaker. He's a guy that is electric out on the field. And just talk about things, aside from being his dad, from being his coach, that he brings to the table.
Well, he's a good athlete. There's no doubt about it. And he loves to play. He loves to compete in every sport, football, basketball, baseball. And of course, he would play soccer, too. He loves to play that if it was possible that you could play baseball and soccer. So he does have that attribute that he does like to compete. And so that we're very fortunate in that area. And he has a good understanding of the offense. So when you take a little ability and we got a lot of good players around him. That helps a lot. So, yeah, he's done well, and we're excited about it. But we got a lot of other good players too. And so I got to make sure. And I've had a lot of interviews where they ask me about coaching your son. So he needs to stay grounded. Also, he needs to stay within the game plan. Sometimes he gets us in trouble a little bit trying to make plays when he shouldn't. But here recently, he's kind of, he still makes some plays, but he seems to sort of understand now. At certain times, let's don't throw it into coverage. It's first and second down. Let's take the sack or run out of bounds so we can line up and play again. So, yeah, we've been pleased so far.
Last thing I want to ask you about, going back to the game at Gilbert right here, I was on the sideline, and the atmosphere was as good as any I've been around this year in high school football. And, man, when your fans come out and support you the way they did then, this is really a home field advantage, isn't it?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The turf itself, playing on a different surface that most people play that. I mean, that's an advantage. There's no doubt about it. I know we went to Georgetown last year and played, and they, it's kind of, I would almost call them mudders. Our guys weren't used to that muddy feel, and you could see Georgetown was right at home on that field. So there is an advantage of playing on the turf and where you practice all the time. You see, we're getting ready to start practice here in a few minutes, and so our guys are used to running around and playing on it. And then, of course, the loud music and the jumbotron and all those things and the different uniforms. We're excited about it. Well, I think the Bearcat fans, especially our student body that sits right up here, they really get into it. And yeah, it is an advantage. Our band, the whole 9 yards. It's I think they're first class. Our administration, I just can't say enough about it. I know everybody gets tired of me bragging on them all the time, but I am very excited about the whole deal, the district, the administration, the student body, the faculty. It's just a good time here.
All right, on Friday, BC, Battery Creek at BC, Brooklyn Casey right here. Good luck, Coach.
See the real BC.